Welcome back to Rewind and Learn. This episode explores natural law, a moral theory developed by St Thomas Aquinas, and it helps Catholics decide what is right and wrong, even in complex modern situations that you might not encounter in the Bible. Now, this is a key topic for GCSE, but a tough one, so let's take it step by step. Let's start at the basics. What is natural law? Well, natural law was developed by Thomas Aquinas in the 13th century, and Aquinas argued that God created humans with reason, conscience, and free will. And because humans are made imago Dei, they have an instinctive knowledge of what is good and what is harmful. Natural law teaches that moral laws are built into human nature. People can discover right and wrong using reason, and morality applies to all people, not just Christians. So Aquinas believed conscience is a vital moral guide. When people reflect carefully, use reason honestly, and seek what promotes human flourishing, they are able to make morally good decisions. Now, this is especially important if the Bible doesn't give a direct answer, the Church hasn't spoken clearly, or modern dilemmas are involved. Natural law allows Catholics to navigate moral grey areas. And there are 5 areas, 5 primary precepts, basic moral goals that we naturally pursue. And the first letter of each of them spells the word power. Preserving life, ordered society, worship God, education, and reproduction. And Catholics believe actions are moral if they support these goals, and immoral if they deliberately undermine them. So, for example, the death penalty would go against preservation of life. Abortion against preservation of life and reproduction. Now, from these primary precepts, then, you get the secondary ones, like we've just talked about. Laws protecting life, rules encouraging honesty, social rules to maintain order. Now, these can depend on society, but they always support the primary precept. And for Catholics today, natural law is absolute, meaning it never changes and it should never be broken. Now, natural law also helps people develop virtues such as prudence, which is wise decision making, justice, fairness, fortitude, which is courage, and temperance, which is self-control. Catholics believe suffering and experience help these virtues grow, making people morally stronger. Now, this links natural law closely with personal moral development. From a Jewish perspective, Judaism teaches we all have free will. We must all choose between good and evil, Yetzirah Tov and Yetzirah Ra, and we are all guided by moral law. The Jewish teaching focuses on mitzvot, the commandments or duties that guide moral behaviour. But there is a strong overlap with Catholic beliefs about conscience and moral responsibility. So, to summarise, natural law is based on reason and conscience. It applies to all people, regardless of beliefs. Primary, the power precepts, preserve life, ordered society, worship, educate, reproduce. And secondary precepts guide moral decisions. Virtues develop through moral living, and it remains relevant in modern ethical debates. So that's natural law and the development of the virtues. Structured, logical, and exam ready.